One of the qualifications is you have to perform 2 miracles. I can sort of do that thing where you put your 2 index fingers together and you look off in the distance and you see like a floating sausage. Admit that. I heard the expression Godspeed the other day. That's like the coolest expression there is. Godspeed to you. Thank you. Just going to the 7-Eleven. Godspeed. Can you imagine going that fast? It's like sitting on a flight. Ladies and gentlemen, we've just reached a cruising altitude of 35,000 feet. We've just hit Godspeed. Look out the window, there's a guy in a robe. So I did something interesting the other day. I took a scrap piece of paper and I wrote at the top Brian Regan's list of the world's top 10 sandwiches. So I wrote them in what I thought was the correct order. Put a lot of thought into it. And I was like, so I walked around the neighborhood and just tacked it to a tree. I go home. And about 5 minutes later, there's this furious pounding at my door. And I open up, this guy goes, "How can you put ham and cheese ahead of tuna?" So, we got a lot of problems in this world. For example, that last joke. We gotta try new stuff out. Like comedy goldies. A lot of problems in this world, right? I started feeling guilty that what have I ever done to try to fix anything? And I thought, you know what, I'm going to take a problem and fix it, you know? So I thought, all right, global warming, okay? What's that? I got a legal pad and a protractor. And then I realized, okay, I do my best thinking in the car. So I got out and driving around. What little things that I do? This is something that I can do at all. And then I realized I'm out anyway. I might as well pick up some hairspray and some underarm deodorant and get back in the car. Some little things. And I hit on something small, but I realized, what if I just opened my windows and turned my AC on full blast? We all did that. You know, we all did that. We got taxes coming up, right? For me. I had heard on the radio that you can get an automatic extension if you send in your return and you write across the envelope, "Taxpayer abroad." That's awfully sexist, isn't it? I mean, I know they're not good at math, but for the government to say this, I can't believe that. I had a guy come up to me after the show, "Brian, taxpayer abroad means when they're overseas." I'm like, what does it matter if these broads are overseas? These chicks gotta get back and do the taxes. Or else they're gonna throw these sugar plums in jail, which would be hard on these little cupcakes. You get a deduction if you give to charity, which is great. And I first got interested in charity a number of years ago when Ted Turner donated $1 billion to the United Nations Fund. That opened my eyes about how important it was to give. And to this date, and I'm not saying this to pat myself on the back, Ted Turner and I together have donated to the United Nations Fund $1,035,000,000. That's not why I said that. Don't embarrass me, please. Charity comes in weird ways. Last Christmas we got a card from our friends, opened it up and said, in lieu of a Christmas gift, honey, look up Lou. I got an idea what I need, but just check. In lieu of a Christmas gift, we would like you to know we are sending in your name a flock of chickens to a village in Africa. We found ourselves struggling with a thank you note. Thank you very much for sending that flock of chickens to Africa. We are sure they are going to enjoy that gift as much as we used to enjoy receiving actual gifts from you. That's a nice thing they did, you know. But they did it in our name, you know. They didn't ask us. Nothing controversial about that. Well, what if this coming year they take liberties? This year we would like you to know. In your name, we are releasing a herd of buffalo in a major American city. I see things, I hear things. I was in a restaurant with my wife and I overheard a woman at the table next to us ask the waiter this question. And it's how she asked the question that this kind of intrigued me. She said, excuse me, sir, is there any way I could get a glass of water? Is there any way? How many possible answers could there be to that question? Oh, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm sorry. There is no way. I toss and turn many a night, trying to think up some way, somehow, I could get glasses of water for customers. But I keep coming up empty. Legend has it there was a waiter here years ago who had figured out a way to do just that. But he's long gone, and with him the secret. It had something to do with a glass rack and a faucet, but no one's been able to put all the pieces together, so I must say no. There is no way. How I wish there was a way! Sometimes you wonder why they can't do something that seems simple. I like a cup of black coffee after a meal. I'm amazed at how impossible this is for me to communicate. I don't think I can say it any more clearly. Would you like anything else, sir? Yeah, I'd like a cup of black coffee, please. How'd you like that coffee? How would I like the black coffee? Can you put it in a cup? Yeah, don't just splash it on my face. Would you like cream and sugar with them? Is it black cream? If not, I'll take it blackety black. Filled with blackness, devoid of all light. Think of the blackest thing you can imagine and double that blackness and take a black magic marker and fill in the gaps and put that into a black rocket ship and shoot that into the depths of black space and close your eyes and use that as a reference. How come the catch of the day is always fish? Don't they have to catch all the animals? What is the catch of the day? The catch of the day